This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Waking up is one of the hardest things to do. What's the force that pushes us off the bed so we can start a brand new day? For some, it's the fact that we have to. We have to squeeze in the morning commute. We have to get to the office before 9. We have to commit to a job because we have to pay our bills.
But how many of us want to? That brings us to the word of the day, Ikigai.
The reason of being. Like many other Japanese character or concept, it has no direct translation for it. If we break the word down, Iki represents life, while Gai translates into shell, which were used as valuables and so describe value and worth.
A better way for us to interpret it is the purpose of living, the reason why we get ourselves off the bed, and also the force that pushes us forward regardless of the obstacles.
I would say it's a concept for us to discover our purpose.
While searching the word Ikigai on the internet, the whole page is flooded with Venn diagrams, which I thought that explains everything about Ikigai, but apparently not. I'll get back to that later, but first, let us look into this Venn diagram, the so-called framework of Ikigai.
We can easily explore more about our purpose by using this framework, and nothing explains better than these 4 circles. And we can use this to question ourselves.
What do you love?
What does the world need?
What can you be paid for? And what are you good at? I think everyone can agree that these are the 4 main criteria for us to live a fulfilling life. And these circles are interconnected. And between this intersection, it forms subcategories. A combination of love and skill. We have passion. Adding love with contribution, we have a mission.
A mixture of money and contribution, we have a vocation. And lastly, joining money and skill, you have a profession. If you are lucky enough to have 3 circles, we also can develop into 4 other parts. Passion with mission. We might find ourselves delighted and fulfilled with our dream job, but yet without money, we might struggle financially.
I see a lot of creative individuals stuck at this area.
A mission with vocation, that creates a sense of satisfaction and excitement in your work. But because of the lack of skills and areas to grow,
we might feel uncertain about our future or the prospect of our jobs.
With vocation and profession, we might be able to be financially well off, but feeling empty because we lack passion. This might be what a lot of people are experiencing with their job.
It's mainly because we need to pay our bills.
Passion and profession. We might feel contented, but yet without contribution, what we do at our work might feel meaningless. Last but not least, we have Ikigai. It's the perfect spot in the center where it covers all 4 aspects.
That's what I thought until I did my research. I found out that Ikigai has nothing got to do with this Venn diagram. Ikigai is commonly known for the Venn diagram we see on the internet or the books. But surprisingly, the Venn diagram is not originated from Japan. The Venn diagram is created by a Spanish author, Andres Zuzunaga. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's exactly the same framework but in Spanish, without the word Ikigai. It was then translated into English by someone else and replaced the word purpose with Ikigai, I think just to make it sound more impactful. And of course, it got popularized by the book Ikigai. But how Japanese see Ikigai has nothing got to do with this Venn diagram. They might see Ikigai as something they love to do, but it's never about building wealth. It's not about how it can help the whole world, but narrow down to a smaller scale of how it can help your friends, family, and community. Neither is it about doing what you are good at, because it focuses on the journey of growing instead of being perfect for something. So let us get this right. The original Ikigai has nothing got to do with the Venn diagram. So let us change this to the purpose of life. Honestly, it caught me off guard. I didn't expect what I know about Ikigai is not actually Ikigai. But I don't think that's bad because this misunderstanding also allows me to know more about the framework of purpose by Andreas. But since we are here already, let us go in depth in this framework of purpose. If it's possible, I might do a separate video about Ikigai once I truly understand about this concept. Meanwhile, if you are interested in the idea of Ikigai, you can check out the relevant article down in my description. I think instead of looking at this framework totally different from Ikigai, we might want to classify this as a modern Ikigai or the career aspect of Ikigai. And looking at it, it seems pretty much straightforward. Just aim for the center and we can be happy. But apparently, that's one of the hardest things for us to achieve. A lot of us don't have the answer for all 4 questions. Even if we do, it might be different activities, jobs, works that represent each circle. And we ended up not able to reach the center of the circle, the purpose of life. Some might already found their joy in doing something they love, but it doesn't bring wealth. Others might know what can bring them money, but yet they don't know what they love. Me, I'm someone who can't answer all 4 questions. I was not inside this framework to begin with. I was searching for my purpose ever since I was 17 or 18, even though I haven't encountered this word Ikigai. But I have felt the need to have a purpose and direction where I can put in my 100% effort every day. I want to be passionate about something, but I found myself not knowing what I love. I chose to study design. That's what I thought I loved. But yet, I'm not excited enough to deal with obstacles and improve my skills. Feeling lost, I've decided to go toward a path of vocation and profession. At least I know that the money from a stable job can keep me alive. But little did I know, that's also the period where I never leave. Even now, I still can't say that I have found the center of my purpose, but this is how I started. I have found that making videos is what I love to do. A good way for me to express creativity through filming and storytelling. This love got me passionate enough to deal with adversity and learn new skills that I need to be better every time. At this point, I had a passion, and to me, it's not what the world needs. I want to contribute more to the world. Instead of making videos that have no meaning, I want to bring value to the viewers. And that's when I decided to have a mission. Making meaningful videos that can help others. Sadly, at this moment, I also found myself like most creative individuals, having a passion and mission, but yet struggling financially. Of course, we all know doing YouTube at this level doesn't pay well. As the time goes, I started to see results, and I'm extremely grateful for you who are watching this, the Patreon supporters, and the few sponsors that help to finance this channel. That allows me to take the risk and create more videos like this online. To me, sponsorship is not the goal, but a headlight that lights my path ahead of me so I can travel further. Even though it's still not at a level where I can keep it sustainable, but they can definitely lighten some of my financial loads and pay off some bills. I'm still working very hard to keep this income financially stable. And thanks for the sponsor for today that makes it happen, Skillshare. Skillshare offers thousands of classes for lifelong learners like you, on topics ranging from entrepreneurship, productivity, and many more. It's an awesome way for us to start building something that we can be good at. If you don't know where to start or what skill to develop, we can start with the other 2 circles, passion and profession. And I would like to recommend a class by Mike Boyd, How to Learn. We have been learning for the first half of our lives in school, and we should continue to learn as we grow, no matter how old we are. And Mike mastered 50 skills within 3 years. He has practical techniques that can help us to master skills easily, and also get through dips that makes us want to give up. By the way, this is a skillception. This video is about skill, sponsored by Skillshare, and recommend a class on how to learn new skills. Skillshare is really affordable with an annual subscription fee of less than $10 every month. The first 1,000 of you who use the link at the description below will get 2 months free trial of the premium membership, so you can start a new skill which can be helpful for your purpose in your life. I won't say I've reached Ikigai, but I have found a purpose that pushes me forward. My YouTube channel has become a platform for me to express my creativity and passion, and at the same time bring value to others. And meanwhile, I'm still trying to make a living out of it. It's an ecosystem of purposeful living. I know, it's not easy to have a purpose in our career. I mean, it took me years to even identify one circle. I have friends who already found their purpose when I was still caring about what to wear. There's no way we can compare because every journey is unique. Your friend's perfect life might not be the kind of life you want. So don't see it as a race, but see it as a journey to get you there. If you are lost somewhere in life, let me tell you, I know exactly how you feel. And it's fine to feel this way.
A lot of us are feeling this way or have felt this way before. What we have to do is start somewhere.
Start with one of those outer circles that you want to tackle and then work your way into the middle.
Beginning with what you love is one of the easiest, which is also what I did. Because doing what we love allows us to have the determination to overcome our adversity we are facing. It gives us the push we need for the extra effort to acquire new skills. In the long run, we can also identify and alter this passion into something that can benefit others. And just like the overused phrase, do what you love and the money will follow. But of course, with this phrase, there's a lot of exception.
When it comes to money, it's complicated. It depends on your industry and how much you need.
I don't think money is the source of happiness,
but it's how we can effectively use it to make us feel secured, fulfilled, and satisfied. It's still an important tool for us to live a purposeful life.
Sadly, most of our passion does not support our career during the initial phase. That's one of the reasons why following your passion is a bad advice. In the book So Good They Can't Ignore You, the author Cal Newport mentioned that passion could be earned. But for today, let's not talk about why following your passion is bad. We have seen people around us who have figured out early on their purpose of life. But most of us have to go through a complicated journey on which passion slowly emerges over time.
In short, passion can be slowly built. If we want to be passionate about our careers, don't seek for the perfect job.
Instead, seek to get more of these traits in the job you already have. Focus on what you are good at, and developing rare and valuable skills can lead to passion as well. If you can't identify what you love, instead of finding the ideal job, we can always start with profession or vocation.
I know these 2 points might be contradicting, but that's also the point that I want to bring across, because there's no one-size-fits-all solution. No matter where or how you want to start, the key is to start somewhere so that we can identify our purpose. It's almost impossible for us to identify the purpose of our life straight away.
We need time and patience for this, but we are overwhelmed by our 9-to-6 job, studies, or whatever situation that occupies most of our day.
However, we can always start small.
In Team Tamashiro TED Talk, How to Ikigai, he mentioned about part-time Ikigai. That's the time when we are not working at a job after our working hours. Use this time to reflect what we love and what we are good at.
It can come in a form of side hustle, and if things work well, there might be a full-time Ikigai. But of course, what we have mentioned up to this point is the career aspect of Ikigai,
which is what we care the most because we spend probably more than 1/3 of our day at work.
If we strip Ikigai to the simplest form, without the Venn diagram,
Ikigai can be small joy we experience every day, how we make each day meaningful. It's not solely applicable to our career, but also our daily life, our choice of food, have we exercised, the time we spend.
These are the small Ikigais we can achieve on a day-to-day basis. Regardless the framework or the original Ikigai, both of them take up a lot of our time and effort on self-reflecting, planning, and understanding our inner self. It's not easy to find our purpose, but definitely worth to do it. Ikigai might be a good marketing word used by many, but think of it this way. If it weren't for the popularization of the Ikigai framework, a lot of us non-Japanese speakers might not even exposed to this word in our life. Honestly, it causes alteration in the meaning of Ikigai. Still, it's because of the misunderstanding that makes me want to know more about the real concept of Ikigai instead of what it's popularized for. Lastly, no matter where you are in life now, if you have found your purpose, I'm happy for you. If you don't give up. Appreciate the journey of getting there, and I hope someday you can find the force that pushes you forward. Thanks for watching this, and if you are here for the first time, you can check out my other videos on self-development and minimalism on my channel. If you want to support this channel, you can help me with the like button or follow me on my Instagram. I'll keep you guys updated. I also have a Patreon page where you can support this channel monetarily. That's the place where I can post something more personal. And your support also allows me to make more fun videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.